Hi survivors, it's me Prepresent reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well, because what's going on in this world is it's awful. Y'all, it's still reports of continued reports of grid down situations or grid related situations. This one is in regards to reports of gunfire near Duke Energy facility in South Carolina. Something's very questionable is going on with these things occurring with the grid, allegedly. But that's what's really going on. I was telling y'all last year, with that Texas winter storm, it feel like to me that was on purpose. They waited until it was very, very cold, freezing cold temperatures, and deliberately turned off their grid. And a lot of people succumbed to it. So this one says no injuries, damage, or outages reported. Before I get into this article, I want to go back to the situation that just occurred in North Carolina. They're saying some perpetrators allegedly shot down the grid or whatever. Y'all, you can't be believing these people what they be saying. All they do is lie. I don't understand. After everything we going through, after everything we experiencing, people listen to the news and they still believe everything these people be saying, not knowing they have ugly agendas and all they do is lie. How do we know? I'm just saying all this is allegedly because I wasn't there. We weren't there. But I'm just saying, all this stuff is very questionable. And this stuff is happening in the cold winter months where people really, really need the heat in order to survive. This is how much they care about us, y'all. This is how much they care about us. We spend all our hard-earned money depending on their system. And all we get is a slap in our face. Now, this says Duke Energy in South Carolina is working closely with the FBI after gunfire was reported near a hydro station in Ridgeway, South Carolina. And then they keep on blaming it on all these different other things. And y'all, we don't know if the enemy is within. We don't know if these are allegedly terrorist attacks. They let everything and everybody come up in the country, and America right now is a laughingstock to the world. Them people in leadership, they just as questionable and they just as laughable. It's like a comedy show. It doesn't even seem like this country is being properly ran by people with some sense. So let's go ahead. It says a Duke Energy spokesman said that the gunfire was reported Wednesday night near the Watery Hydro Station in Ridgeway. Ryan Mosier said no one was injured, no outages were reported, and there was no damage. We are working closely with the FBI on this issue, Mosier said in a statement to WYFF News. Kershaw County Sheriff Lee Bone told WTLX-TV that a deputy went to the hydro station where people reported that someone fired from the passenger side window of a vehicle that went by. The witnesses said the shooter fired towards the woods nearby, not at them or the power plant or dam. So we can't absolutely confirm that there was any threat to the power station. It is a threat, always a threat to anything dealing with this system. The report comes as the FBI continues to investigate multiple shots fired at two Duke Energy substations in Moore County, North Carolina. I would play that video, but they might give me a copyright strike. The FBI says the substations are located approximately 10 miles apart in West End and Carthage, North Carolina. The damage led to a massive power outage of approximately 45,000 customers. Anyone with information regarding either case should contact local authorities or the FBI. Wow, they're not gonna tell on their own self. I think that they are trying to get people used to hearing something happening with the grid, or when the grid go down, they could easily blame it on something else. And this is why it's very important for us to have your own backup energy sources if you can. I know things are tight with everybody, but there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. Y'all, they just setting us up for failure, man. And if you can't see it, if you can't feel it, you never see or feel nothing. These people set everybody up for failure. And the sad part, what are we doing about it? It's just terrible. Now, all these things happening at one time. You got all these different illnesses out at one time. They talking about 3 or 4 of them all right now that's going on that we know of, allegedly. But that's another video. You know, then we have the inflation that's going on. We have all these super high prices on every single thing. It's just back to back, back to back. You have incredible, insane housing prices. People can't feed themselves. People can't take care of themselves. Incredible, insane utility bills, energy prices, all this stuff at one time, man. What y'all going out there to vote for? I'm trying to figure it out. Because these people that are in positions of power, what are they doing? All this stuff should not be happening all at one time. Now, I know, you know, there are going to be problems, but this is just too much. This is just too much. I told y'all them people was going to do this. They wait until you least expect it, till you most vulnerable, and the thing you depend on them the most with, that's where they hit you at. And that's that grid, and that's that food. And that water. Allegedly. But that's what's really going on. This is sad and it's pathetic. Ain't no telling what's going on. We don't know if it's an enemy, you know, or if it's the enemy that's lying within, that's messing up everything for the last couple of years. Really, they've been messing up things for a very long time, but it's been more now than ever for the last couple of years. You know, I'm going to suggest the same thing that I've been suggesting. You know, your backup energy sources by way of a generator. You know, if you have propane or solar panels, there's other ways. I showed you guys how you can keep warm in the winter. My videos, this will save your life. It's and make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector when you use that particular way. You know, I know a lot of people in the winter, they go to using, if they have gas in their home, they'll run their ovens. I'm not suggesting nothing like that, y'all, because that could be really, really dangerous. But just make sure you have backup energy sources. Make sure you have backup ways to purifying your water. Y'all, we should be doing that anyway, not depending on the system water. Make sure you have, you know, your candles, your flashlights, your batteries. Make sure you keep your devices fully charged at all times. You know, the list can go on, but those just basic things. And make sure you have a lot of water, y'all, because they hit that grid, that water get nasty real quick. And sometimes they'll turn off the water as well. I know during the Texas winter storm, the water froze. I mean, the pipes froze, so we couldn't even get any water. And then also when the grid was down for all that time, some places it was down for months, there was no water. And then when it was water, the water was nasty. I mean, the water that was coming through the pipes, y'all can Google and go to YouTube and see a lot of videos right now what happened to us in that Texas winter storm. And when people turned on their water, it was like doo-doo coming through the water pipes. I'm not lying to y'all. This is not no allegedly. This is the truth. And a lot of people died. A lot of people who were sick and elderly and disabled and, you know, who were on oxygen. A lot of people died sleeping in their cars, in their garage from carbon monoxide and all other types of things. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, be careful, man. Don't let this system do you like that if you can. And it don't take a lot of money to survive. It just take a good head on your shoulders and a will to live. And a lot of faith in God, because that's all we have. That's all we have. And I hope everybody's continuously staying prayed up, because I'm telling y'all, these are some serious, ugly demonic times we're living in, man. It's in Revelations. All this stuff that we're experiencing, and it's just not starting. So put your seatbelt on and get ready for it. Get ready for it, y'all. You know, and get your families on board with prepping. And, you know, it's just very important. Make sure you have a lot of food, too. Make sure you have enough food. Think I forgot that one, but that's like, you know, we should already know these things by now. Make sure you have, you know, your blankets, your socks, your hats, your gloves, your mittens. I mean, seriously, y'all. Seriously, I wish everybody the best out here, man, because this some terrible things that's going on in the world. This is really bad. All of a sudden, people starting to target the grid. Allegedly, people starting to shoot at the grid. Come on, man. It's just bad. And you know what really gets to me and pisses me off about this? We just spend probably beyond billions. I'm talking about in the course of the history of these grids. You know, generations after generation after generation have spent so much money on the grid, on utility bills. Why come we don't have a better infrastructure than what we do? This doesn't make no sense. We get our money, these people cheap. They rob us, and they still don't have things situated and intact to protect us. Anybody and everybody can come on in here and do anything they want to do. Please follow me on my other platforms. Get this video a big thumbs up. Go to purposand.com and sign up for the free newsletter. Scroll down and send your email address. If you're looking for land in bug-out areas in Texas, I have some for sale and for lease. These are all products that I own. Please support the Allegedly and the Good Luck with That t-shirts if you can. If you'd like to make a donation, you can always hit the thanks button. And there's links in the description in ways you can give. You guys just make sure you have backup energy sources right now during these times. It's very, very, very important. And make sure that you have your bug-out bag and everything ready, locked and loaded. And if you have vehicles, make sure you have plenty of gas in there and some backup gas where you're storing it properly. Because these are some terrible times and they after us, allegedly. Watch this world, watch the weather, smell your water, boil your water before you use it. And if you guys have heard about this situation, y'all leave me a comment, tell me what y'all think about it as well, and keep surviving. purposand.com.